Hello students, in this lecture with respect to chapter 5, we are going to go through the multiple choice questions given in the miscellaneous exercise 5 that is there. That is question number 1 of miscellaneous exercise 5, which is select the correct option from the given alternatives. In that the first question, if mod A is 2, mod B is 3, mod C is 4, then box A plus B, B plus C, C minus A. The box product of these three vectors is equal to, they have given us the options over here. Now in this case, let us take the box product and see. Suppose we take A plus B, B plus C and C minus A and write it in terms of the box product as this way, modify it this way, that is A plus B dot B plus C cross C minus A, this way. And now in the square bracket, when we take the cross product of both the vectors, we get B cross C minus B cross A plus C cross C minus C cross A. This way, you know that C cross C is 0. And so we get this step, that is A plus B dot B cross C minus B cross A minus C cross A. Now opening the bracket, we write the product in this way. We write the scalar triple product like this, that is A dot this vector A dot B cross C minus A dot B cross A, again minus A dot C cross A. Same thing with B also. So we are going to get plus B dot this B dot B cross C minus B dot B cross A and minus B dot C cross A. Once we write this, we see that wherever the vectors are same, the product is going to be 0. The scalar triple product is 0 when the vectors are similar. That means A and A being similar over here, this one is 0. This is going to go away as 0. Similarly, this term as well as this and this term. So we are left with two terms now, which is A dot B cross C minus B dot C cross A, which can be written as box ABC minus box of BCA. Now in the second term, in this particular term, that is the second term, even if we make a cyclic change in the order of all the three vectors, you know that the sign will not change. So A will come to the first position in this case. So A will come here, B will go to the second position and C to the third position. So this is a cyclic change between the vectors and thus the sign will not change, but we will be getting this way, that is A, B, C minus A, B, C. So the answer for this becomes 0 then. So thus 0 is the correct option in the given options. 0 becomes the correct option that is there. Okay, if you can see this, 0 becomes the correct option. Okay, so we go to the second question now. In the second question, they have given us mod A is equal to 3, mod B is equal to 4. Then the value of lambda for which A plus lambda B is perpendicular to A minus lambda B is dash. They have given us again options. Now they have given us that A plus lambda B. We have to find the value of lambda. So A plus lambda B is perpendicular to this vector, that is A minus lambda B. Now if two vectors are perpendicular, their dot product is 0. So we take advantage of that fact, that is A plus lambda B dot A minus lambda B is equal to 0 because the vectors are perpendicular to each other. And therefore we have, now opening the brackets, we have A dot A minus A dot lambda B plus lambda B dot A minus lambda square B dot B, we can write this way, is equal to 0. Now A dot A can be written as mod A square. The vector product, dot product being commutative, these two terms go as 0. And we get minus lambda square into mod B square is equal to 0. Now they have given us the value for mod A. So we put the value, that is 3 square minus lambda square into mod B is 4. So 4 square is equal to 0. And therefore we get 9 minus 16 lambda square is equal to 0. And therefore in this case we get 3 square is equal to, that is 9 is equal to 16 lambda square. And lambda square is equal to 9 upon 16. And so one of the values of lambda becomes 3 upon 4. And that value is what is given over here as answer B. So the answer which we get over here is 3 upon 4. Now we go to the next sum. The third sum, if the sum of two unit vectors is itself a unit vector, then the magnitude of their difference is dash. Okay, so two unit vectors are given. Suppose A and B are the unit vectors. So let A and B be the unit vectors. Okay, so therefore mod A, if they are unit vectors, then mod A and mod B is equal to 1. Okay, now the sum of A and B is also a unit vector. So if A plus B is equal to C, then C is also a unit vector. So mod C is equal to 1. So mod A, mod B, mod C all are 1. Now suppose from this equation, suppose A plus B is equal to C, we take A plus B dot A plus B. So we have A plus B dot A plus B, and we get on the RHS, we get C dot C. Okay, then in this case A plus B dot A plus B is A dot A plus A dot B plus B dot A plus B dot B is equal to C dot C, which is mod C square. Then going further, A dot A becomes mod A square plus 2A dot B plus mod B square is equal to mod C square. Now A, B and C are unit vectors, and therefore mod A square becomes 1. Okay, mod A is 1, so mod A square is 1. So plus 2A dot B plus mod B square is also 1 is equal to mod C is 1. Therefore, solving this, we get 2A dot B is equal to minus 1, and therefore A dot B is equal to minus 1 upon 2. Now, they want us to find the difference between the vectors, magnitude of the difference between the vectors. Okay, so the magnitude of difference between A and B is what we have to find out. So A minus B, A bar minus B bar, we take the dot product, that is A bar minus B bar dot A bar minus B bar. Okay, which gives us A dot A minus A dot B minus B dot A plus B dot B, which is mod A square minus 2A dot B plus mod B square. Okay, and this becomes, now this all the values we know actually, isn't it? We know all these values over here. So therefore we put these values here, and so we get mod A square becomes 1 minus 2 into A dot B. Now A dot B, just now we found it out, it is minus 1 upon 2. As you can see over here, A dot B is minus 1 upon 2, and therefore we put that value over here. So minus 2 into minus 1 upon 2 plus 1 square means 1. Okay, and therefore we are going to get over here 2 gets cancelled, minus into minus is plus, so 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 3, and therefore we have a minus b square, a bar minus b bar square, that is what we had found it out over here, is equal to 3, and therefore a bar minus b bar is equal to root 3. So that is the answer which is the correct option actually. So root 3 is the correct option. So B is the correct option over here. Remember, MCQs are for 2 marks. So for 2 marks, they will give you sums which are supposed to be solved. Now the fourth question, if mod A is equal to 3, mod B is equal to 5, mod C is equal to 7 and A plus B plus C is equal to 0, then we have to find the angle between A and B. Now here we take A plus B plus C is equal to 0 initially. And therefore we have A plus B is equal to minus C. Okay. So we have A plus B is equal to minus C. We take A plus B dot A plus B is equal to minus C dot minus C. Then in this case we can expand it and we get A dot A plus A dot B plus B dot A plus B dot B. You know how to expand it. Minus into minus becomes plus. So we get C dot C. Now A dot A becomes mod A square plus 2A dot B plus mod B square is equal to mod C square. We know the value for A, B and C. The magnitude of the value is given in the question already. So we know those values and therefore we write the values over here. Mod A square is 3 square plus 2A dot B plus mod B square is 5 square is equal to mod C square, which is 7 square. Solving it further, so we get 2A dot B is equal to 49 minus 34, which is 15, and therefore A dot B is equal to 15 upon 2 we are getting. So A dot B is 15 upon 2. Now also formula for dot product, A dot B is equal to mod A mod B cos theta. You know, remember this formula hopefully. So therefore A dot B, that is 15 upon 2, is equal to mod A, which is 3, into mod B, which is 5, into cos theta. Okay, 3 5 is 15, so 15 and 15 goes away, and therefore we get cos theta is equal to 1 upon 2, and therefore theta is equal to 60 degree. 60 degree, which is pi by 3. And the answer given to us over here is pi by 3, which is the correct answer. Over here, there is a small mistake in the question. The option B, which is pi by 3, or option C, either one of them just change the question. And therefore, we get B as the correct option. B or C, any one of them will be the correct option once you change the options over here. Misprint is there that way. Okay. Now, in this at this stage, I want to tell you that some number 5, 6 and 7. Okay, question 5, 6, 7 are very easy. You can try them out as assignment questions. Solve them as practice. Solve the rest also. What I'm giving you, that also write in your notebook, but solve these questions as practice. Okay. Question number 8, I am doubtful of the question. Okay, so leave it, keep it as it is. The board will most probably correct it by next year, but then this year we can just keep it as it is. Okay, so we move on to the next question now. The next question, the 9th one, I consider this as a very important question which has come last year also. I mean, the previous years it has come several times. So do learn this question properly. So the question is, if cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are the direction cosines of a line, then the value of sine square alpha plus sine square beta plus sine square gamma is dash. Very simple question. We take sine square alpha plus sine square beta plus sine square gamma, and we write sine in terms of cos by writing sine square alpha as 1 minus cos square alpha. Similarly, 1 minus cos square beta and 1 minus cos square gamma this way. Now 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So 3 minus, putting a bracket over here, we get cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma. Now, since these are the direction cosines of a line, cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma are the direction cosines of a line, you know that cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is 1. Okay, that has been proved earlier. And therefore, we get 3 minus 1, which is 2. And therefore, 2 becomes the correct option over here. Going on to the next question. If L, M, N are the direction cosines of a line, then Li plus Mj plus Nk is, what is it? We have to write down the answer. They have given us 4 options over here. So we are going to find out the correct option over here. Now, if L, M, N are the direction cosines of a line, suppose we take A, B, C as the direction ratios of the line. Then the relation between the direction ratios and direction cosines is this, isn't it? That is L is equal to A upon root of A square plus B square plus C square. Plus or minus is there, but then, okay, we do remember that M is equal to B upon root of A square plus B square plus C square, and N is equal to C upon root of A square plus B square plus C square, this way. And therefore, Li plus Mj plus Nk, you can modify it in your notebooks and see it. It ultimately turns out to be Ai plus Bj plus Ck, putting the values of Lmn as in terms of A, B and C. Here you will find that the denominator remains the same. Denominator for all the 3 terms becomes the same, that is root of A square plus B square plus C square. And this, as we have seen earlier in the theory part of the lesson, this represents a unit vector along the line. And therefore, our answer, that is Li plus Mj plus Nk, is a unit vector along the line. So this MCQ can be solved if we know the theory properly. So this becomes the correct answer over here. The 11th question, if mod A is 3 and minus 1 less than or equal to k, which is less than or equal to 2, then mod k A bar lies in the following intervals. Okay, they have given one of these intervals is the correct one. We have to find out them. Now let us understand the question properly. They have given us the magnitude of vector A, which is 3. We are supposed to find the magnitude of k A bar. Okay, we can find a range of values for k A bar if you remember that k lies between minus 1 and 2. Okay, now we assume that k is an integer. Now suppose k is minus 1. Then k A bar, that is mod k A bar, will become a negative number, which cannot be the case. Okay, if k is 2, if k is the next integer, that is 0, for k is equal to 0, mod k A bar. Okay, in this case, mod of k A bar becomes 0 into 3, which is 0. Similarly, for k is equal to the next integer, that is 1, mod k A bar becomes 1 into 3, which is 3, and for k is equal to 2, k A bar becomes 2 into 3, which is 6. So k can be any value, k A bar can have the values between 0 and 6. So in this case, the correct option is A, that is coming between 0 and 6. We stop this lecture here. The remaining MCQs will be continuing in the next lecture, wherein we'll complete the lesson as well. Remember, MCQs are the most important parts of the paper because the marks have to be given as whole in the MCQs. They cannot cut even half a mark if your answer is right. Okay, with that, stay safe and healthy, and thank you for listening.